Sharp Game here, coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And you know, there's a lot of women today, especially the ones that's in the early 20s. A lot of these women are getting it in. They're getting it. They're juggling multiple dicks, and it's something that it's one of those taboo subjects that nobody wants to talk about, and most people get very uncomfortable talking about it. And about 8 years ago, I met this woman. She was 28 years old. She had a lot of good qualities, motherly qualities that I really like. She had a lot of characteristics of my mother and my grandmother. And that's what turned me on about her. And after a couple months, probably, I would say about 6 months went by. And I don't know how we got on the subject, but she was like, hey, how many women have you slept with in your lifetime? And every time, I haven't got this question a lot over the years, but every time it happens, my answer is I've slept with too many women. And which I have, because I'm not proud to say that I slept with a lot of women. I didn't plan it. I've been planning on doing that shit. Now, some guys, I know in American society, you know, there's like the double standard. If you slept with a lot of women, you got a lot of notches on your belt and all that shit, and you're a player and all that shit. I get it, but I didn't plan on being this way. I didn't plan on having the experiences that I've had. Now, were some of my experiences fun, or would I take it back? No, I wouldn't take any of my experiences back because it's made me who I am today. So my answer is I've slept with too many. And then she was like, oh, come on, man. Just give me a number. So I told her, I said, hey, look, I stopped counting after 50. So then I asked her, how many guys have you slept with? She said she slept with 93 guys. 93 guys. She's 28 years old now. Now, see, the 93 guys didn't really, the number really didn't surprise me as much. What I was fascinated by is she kept count of the number. That's what fascinated me. So I'm like, how the fuck do you keep count like that, and why? That's what fascinated me more than anything, right? Now, if you see, a lot of women don't want to tell the average guy this, because the average guy can't handle it. You know, it really fucks a lot of guys' mind up, you know, because we've been conditioned to be that way. And see, in this society, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you're not supposed to talk about a lot of things, and, you know, you're supposed to follow the status quo, and it's just a lot of, you know, it's just a lot of bullshit comes into play when males and females get together in American society. And a lot of women know that they don't want to be judged by guys because they know most guys won't like it. But here's the deal, though. Let me tell you what I find. Let me tell you what I find funny. A lot of these women I met are educated. They got decent paying jobs. They, you know, they take care of their responsibilities. But every once in a while, you know, they just like to wild out every once in a while. They'll go take vacation with their friends, and sometimes they might have to fuck somebody. You know, that's the funny thing. But check this out. On the flip side is this: these women, career-minded. Some of them are about their money. But on the flip side of it, a lot of them make good mothers for children. You know, a lot of them have good motherly qualities that I've meant. That's the thing. Even though they done fucked a lot of guys, but if they find that one guy that they can rock with, they're all in. That's the thing. That's what I find is so interesting about a lot of these women. You know, now, at the time, I didn't really understand it. You know, and I never really put too much thought into it. I was like, oh, okay, you know. But that's the thing. If a lot of these women, they have, and I know to this day, they have a family. They put the family first. And they're very nurturing to their husband and the kids and everything. But every once in a while, they might have to sneak off and go fuck somebody. You know, they might take a vacation. They might have that one guy that come into town every blue moon that knock her socks off. Or that one guy that's in the area of where she's going to vacation to or visit during the holidays and knock her socks off. But they put that family first, man. Kids first. Everything in perspective. They're not confused about anything. And these women, career focused. They about their money. Some of them have businesses and all that shit. And I say this to say that you cannot find every quality, and you cannot have every desire. A woman cannot give you all your needs and desires. It's not possible. No one person can give you everything that you want. But in today's society, the way it is today, these women are getting down, yo. They're getting it in out here. They're juggling. 9 times out of 10, the woman that you meet, she's going to be juggling multiple dicks. And if you get lucky, you might be the starting hitter. You know, you might be the top guy if you get lucky. Because 9 times out of 10, she's going to have another guy. No doubt about it. Don't assume that you're the only guy that she got in her Rolodex, her numbers. I'm just keeping it real. And if you can get past that, most guys are not gonna be able to get past that. That's why most women never tell you the truth about how many guys they've really been with. Because if most women told their boyfriends or their husbands the truth about how many guys they've really been with, that guy probably would not look at them the same again. And that's why there's so many taboo subjects in society that people just are afraid to talk to because of the consequences that may be involved. But if most guys can get past just the idea of their woman being with so many guys before they met, you might have somebody that you can really rock with and really start a fucking empire with. If you can really if you can see the big picture. That's the point I'm trying to make. I mean, because you might have, a lot of these women are, just like I said, college educated. A lot of these women are bad, some of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. Gorgeous. Beautiful. But they have a lot of options. And another thing that I found is a lot of these guys, they done fucked they wasn't really into them. These guys were just something to do. They didn't really respect these guys. They were just something to do in the moment. They had a good time, and they kept it moving. Now, if they settle with you or get married to you or have children with you, you know she's all in 9 times out of 10. If she's the woman, if you meet the type of woman that I'm talking about, well, she's probably going to be the nerdy type, very educated. She probably into some type of fraternity, like, like she might be like AKA or something like that. You know, it's usually those types that focus on their education. They're not so much street savvy. They're just educated, book smarts. They might be a techie, or she might be a school teacher, those types. But they be getting it in. You know, these types will keep in touch with their like frat brothers and sisters, and they'll, especially if they're AKAs, they keep in touch all across the nation, well, all across the world now, you know. So these are the types I'm talking about. They gets it in, but at the same time, if they find that one dude, they're solid. They're all in. 10 feet tall and bulletproof. But if you can get past the multiple dicks they've been with, you might have a bad bitch. You know, you might have somebody you can build some shit with, start an empire. You know, so if you like what you heard, check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Subscribe to my channel. Join my Players Club. Get my books by clicking the links below and going on Amazon.com. So if you got questions, I got answers. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.